Hi, I'm Sara Holliday with a Fit by Sara Fit Tip, and I'm going to demonstrate a few stretches for the iliacus muscle. The iliacus muscle is a muscle of your hip that tends to get contracted or shortened from sitting a lot. So that could be working at your desk or driving a lot. And when you have tight hips, it can lead to a lot of pain. So what I'm going to show you is a simple stretch that you can do to open up that hip flexor muscle. Also great for runners too. I do recommend, if you have tight hip flexors, that you incorporate some yoga blocks. And the yoga blocks can be either used straight up like this if you're really tight in your hip flexor. It could also be used this way or this way. So 3 different ways: higher, medium, lowest. All right, so I'm going to begin in downward dog. It's just my preferred method of getting into the stretch. So hold downward dog for a couple breaths and you'll feel that nice stretch moving up the calves and hamstring muscles. And then you're going to step one leg forward right between your hands. You can lift your hand up to step it forward and then bring your back knee down. Now, make sure that your knee is in line with your ankle bone. Really important. You don't want to have pressure in the knee. A lot of times I see people that come into a stretch like this with their knee way forward, and you don't want to do that. You want to have the knee right in line with the ankle bone. And then the back hip is going to press straight down towards the floor. So you'll be up like this a little bit, which you can see, and then you're going to press the hip towards the floor. Now I'm going to use the blocks here, and you're just going to hold it here for about 8 breaths. And you'll feel a nice stretch into the hip flexor. So we'll hold it for about 8 breaths on your own. Using that deep yoga breath, inhaling through the nose and out through the back of the throat with the mouth closed. After you've held it there, move the blocks to the side, bring your hands to the floor, lift your hip and slide that foot back to downward dog, holding for a couple deep breaths. And then repeat on the other side. If you want, you can extend the leg high and then step the leg forward. If you don't have the flexibility, just bring up your hand as you step it forward. Bring your back knee to the floor, back toes under. Grab a hold of your blocks. Bring them in line with your foot. Make sure your knee's in line with your ankle bone. And then press your hip forward towards the mat. Lengthen your spine and hold it here for about 8 breaths. And after you've held it for 8 breaths, then you can repeat again as many times as you feel comfortable. I'm Sara Holliday from fitbysara.com, and I just demonstrated a few stretches for the iliacus muscle.